Today we're going to talk about some of the best neighborhoods in Fort Worth, Texas. So if that is something you're looking into, then this is the video for you. Hi, I am Tiffany. I am a local realtor here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. If this is your first time by our channel, then welcome. This is where we drop everything you need to know about life in Dallas-Fort Worth. For over a decade, I've been helping people just like you move here. We were just voted the #1 brokerage in all of DFW to work with, and I know that we can help you as well. So whether you need to move in 9 days or 9 months, reach out, text, call, Zoom, email, doesn't matter. We will get back to you. You can even comment below, hit the subscribe, hit the like. But let's get started on the best neighborhoods in Fort Worth. So first of all, Fort Worth is sometimes, it seems to kind of hide in the shadows of Dallas, which it shouldn't, because it is so charming. I heard it called the other day, it was described as a modern city with Southern charm. And it is. They're doing so much revitalization in downtown, and the suburbs are just beautiful. It's got the Trinity River. It's got some of the greatest things in downtown that only downtown Fort Worth offers, especially the stockyards. So I'm going to give you some fun facts. First of all, the population is right under 1 million, and the median home value is about $212,000, and that's about $30,000 less than the national average. When it comes to lower cost of living in cities, Fort Worth ranks actually 69 out of 228 cities in all of America. So it is more cost effective to live in Fort Worth. And within the city limits, the only downside really is that the schools aren't ranked very high. They're at about a C+. But the surrounding suburbs, there are some great schools. And when you get to a downtown area, pretty much everywhere, you're not going to have the greatest schools. It's really the suburbs and where there's a lot of interaction and single family homes. So just know that there are some great options if you want to live in downtown and you don't want to send your kids to a school that's C-rated. That's fine. You can always do private school. So, but just know that that's the 411 on the schools in downtown. So the actual, sorry, I've got my dog. This is Sophie. She's 16 and she doesn't see or hear anymore, but she's my baby girl. So the city landscape is much smaller than Dallas and a lot more laid back. And I feel like there's a little less keeping up with the Joneses. Now, there is a lot of money in downtown Fort Worth, lots of old oil money in Fort Worth, but I feel like it's much more laid back, more Southern, more hospitality. It's just, they've got great entertainment. They have museums. They've got amazing food. They've got entertainment. The Texas Motor Speedway, Bass Hall. They've got the stockyards where they actually still run cattle. They've got the water gardens, Sundance Square, Fort Worth Zoo, the Trinity River. There is so much to do and see in downtown Fort Worth. It is such a destination. So even if you don't live down there, you certainly need to go down there. And so on this video, I'm really just going to focus on the best neighborhoods. That there are so many great neighborhoods. I cannot highlight them all. I'm going to highlight a few that I think are really charming and bring a lot of nostalgia to Fort Worth, and that are just worth looking into because they're such great areas. So be sure to check out my video on Fort Worth versus Dallas. I go over a lot of what Fort Worth offers that Dallas doesn't, and what Dallas offers that Fort Worth doesn't, because they are very different from each other. So with that being said, I'm going to start with our first neighborhood, and it's called Tanglewood, and it's just southwest of downtown, and it's a very safe neighborhood. It's actually a really great place to raise a family. In the past, it was actually described as a spot where all the retired people lived, but in the last 5 years, it's really started to turn over, where there's a lot of young families that have been buying houses. And so you're going to see lots of kids on bikes and playing in the yard. There's a ton to do nearby. You have the Trinity River that's super close, as well as so many parks and trails. The neighborhood, along with many of the others that I'm going to talk to you about, have gorgeous trees. And you know that when you have the trees that touch over the street, and it's just amazing. This neighborhood is actually specific to pecans and oak trees. So you're going to find a ton of very gorgeous renovated houses. In fact, in 2022, the average Sales price was $720,000. And at the moment, there are 4 houses that are for sale in this neighborhood, and the prices range anywhere from $665,000 up to $1.3 million. So, and I mentioned earlier that there's pockets of good schools, pockets of neighborhoods that have good schools, and Tanglewood actually has an elementary that is 10 out of 10. So it's been ranked super high, off the charts, and people love the elementary within this super small neighborhood. The problem is the middle school and the high school aren't ranked quite as high. So just pay attention to that, and I can help you with that if you have questions. Also, really close to this neighborhood is the Colonial Country Club, and it's super exclusive. They actually have annual PGA Tour golf tournaments there. It's extremely exclusive, and I believe that the entry fee is about $80,000 to get a membership, the initiation fee. So they also have a place really close to Tanglewood called the Trailhead at Clear Fork, and it's where weekly farmers go and set up to do a farmer's market, and you can get fresh fruit and vegetables and all kinds of things. It's a lot of fun. So definitely go down there. They also bring food trucks and have yoga classes. There's always something going on down there, especially if you love to get out and about in your community. There's also the Amon Carter Museum of American Art. It's super close to Tanglewood, and you definitely need to check it out. It's been there for a very long time, and it's such a really cool place to go to see something different. So the next neighborhood I want to talk about is called Westcliff, and I am totally in love with this neighborhood. It's right next to Texas Christian University, TCU. So a lot of faculty and staff live in this neighborhood, as well as a ton of college students. It's just southwest of downtown Fort Worth, and there are no 2 homes that look alike in this neighborhood. And that's something that I love about this neighborhood, because I feel like you can get into the newer neighborhoods and all the houses look the same. Like I live in Frisco, and there's some houses, subdivisions I can drive in, and it's literally same. So when you get a cute little older neighborhood where all the homes are independent of each other and look completely different, it's refreshing, and I love it. So all that to be said, I love that. I love the architecture, the big trees, the sidewalks. It's very, very cute and nostalgic. So it's a very popular spot for first-time homebuyers, and the price point is awesome for first-time homebuyers. That's really hard to say, for first-time homebuyers. It's super close to great shopping, dining, the Trinity River, so many parks. This is also one of the exceptions because it does have great schools. Many of these neighborhoods are actually zoned to fantastic elementaries. You just want to make sure that you're looking at the score on the middle school and the high school, just to make sure that they are equally as good, or just maybe right under it. So the average sales price for Westcliff this year went up 2.7% from last year, and the sales price has been around $385,000. So when looking at the last 10 homes that have sold in Westcliff, the lowest cost right now is about $300,000, which I think is awesome to still be able to get into a cute neighborhood close to TCU at that price point. That was for a super cute 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It was 1,600 square foot little cottage. So the highest cost in Westcliff is about $1.5 million, and it was for a 5-bedroom, 3.5-bath, almost 4,300 square foot home, and it was completely renovated. I mean, to the nines. It was stunning. So that's why that price point was so much higher. And this area is known for all kinds of cool restaurants and coffee shops. I mean, obviously you're going to be close to TCU. So a few super popular ones are Purple, Frog, Buffalo Brothers, and Charlie's Old Fashioned Burgers. So definitely check those spots out. They're a lot of fun. Okay, I'm not going in any particular order on what I love or price point, but this next one, guys, it's called Westover Hills, and it is absolutely to die for. It's one of the wealthiest neighborhoods in Texas, which is probably why it's so to die for, because they have all the money that they need to make it look the way that it does, because it is unstinking believable. It's actually ranked at 12 in the entire United States for the highest paid income. Guys, it is beautiful. It's stunning. There's about 700 residents in the entire neighborhood. I don't even know if I would call it a neighborhood, because it's seriously just made up of large lots with huge mansions and the most amazing topography. I don't know, topography is, the sloping hills and the trees and all the landscaping, it doesn't look normal. It's hills and down and around and over, and it's stunning. So I hope that you guys, if you ever visit Fort Worth, at least drive through Westover Hills. Some of the homes date back to the 1930s. It's very exclusive. It's tree lined. It's adorable. It's actually only about 4 or 5 miles from downtown Fort Worth, which is about 10 minutes, and has all the best shopping close to it. So it actually has its own town hall, city council, police department. The homes rarely go on the market. So if that type of exclusive neighborhood is something that you're interested in, let me know, because a lot of it's word of mouth. The median home price is $5 million in this neck of the woods. So it does come with a pretty hefty price tag, but if you go and look at it, you'll understand why. So the locals that live in the neighborhood often will bike up the road and enjoy dinner and a glass of wine at Roy Pope grocery store. They have indoor and outdoor dining. So many of them also love Olivella's Pizza and Wine. You could also go to the Trinity Park, as well as Shady Oaks Country Club, very, very close to this neighborhood. So it also sits right, perfect spot if you love museums. So Westover Hills is close to the Kimball Art Museum, the Modern Art Museum, Amon Carter Museum of American Art. All of them are very, very close. So you can get all the museums of your hopes and desires. So the next one I want to tell you guys about is actually called Rivercrest, and it is also very coveted place to live in Fort Worth. The neighborhood is primarily young families. It's located close to downtown, and gosh, it's just got the most perfect blend of urban and suburban life. So it's a really cool feel to it, and it's actually considered a historical neighborhood because so many of the homes, a lot of the homes, date back to like 1918. So now all of them have been remodeled and updated. So Rivercrest also really sits close to the museums and the parks and all the best shopping in Fort Worth. I mean, they're all very close to each other. So there's actually a lot right now in Fort Worth, in Rivercrest, that is available. It's on sale, like a store. It's for sale, and it's 1.5 acre lot, and it's actually listed at $6 million. Now, most of the lots are not that big, which is why that one is so extra large in its price tag as well. So, but it's nice to know that somebody's going to buy that and probably build a couple of houses on it. The average home price in 2022 for Rivercrest was actually $2.5 million. So that gives you kind of a bird's eye view of what that neighborhood is costing right now. The last home that sold in Rivercrest sold for $2.4. It was a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, and it was just under 4,000 square feet. It was built in 1939, and these homes have so much charm. So you're just not going to find that in a new build. So I go back and forth. I love brand new builds. I love that they're clean and fresh, and nothing's going to go wrong in them because everything's new. But there is something about a renovated older home. It just, I don't know, it gives me the warm fuzzies. So the next subdivision is called Fairmount, and definitely look all of these up. They're really, really great areas to live. This is part of the South Side District. It's really an interesting area. It too is considered historical, but it's super close to Magnolia Avenue, which is a strip that has so many different great coffee shops and restaurants, as well as so many great shopping areas. The neighborhood has a ton of young professional families as well as retirees. It's very eclectic. There are way more options here in this neighborhood as far as affordable living goes. You're going to find beautiful historic homes as well as smaller bungalows. So I feel like it can fit so many different people on the price range. It's kind of a mix of older homes and newer homes, so you can decide which one your price point gets you. So the average home price in Fairmount is about $510,000. And there's a little different local spots for you to check out. There's a free play arcade, which is old school arcade, and a bar as well, which you can go in and play. And people love that place. They have a large selection of local craft beers from a nearby brewery. You also need to check out Heme Barbecue, which is truly the best barbecue I have ever had. They also have over 150 whiskeys for you to choose from. So if you are a whiskey connoisseur or you just want to know what different whiskeys taste like, you need to go there. It's fantastic. There's also Yucatan Taco Stand, and it's a place, it's known for its nachos and its fried plantains. I don't know if you guys have had fried plantains, but they're freaking amazing. So they have a great door dining area, and so when the weather's nice, you definitely need to check that out. And then we have Arlington Heights, and this spot it's amazing. It's actually considered one of the safest neighborhoods in all of Dallas-Fort Worth. People describe it as one of the most perfect places to live. So it's right at about 10 minutes from downtown Fort Worth. It's also close to everything. So the museums, the shopping, the restaurants, the zoos, the botanical gardens, everything. It's very centrally located. This neighborhood is also one of those pocket neighborhoods that has fantastic schools, so don't worry there. I absolutely love all the different style homes in the neighborhood. You're going to see craftsmen all the way to bungalows and everything in between. So you've got Trinity Park, which for those of you that don't know, it's a 252-acre park that sits right on the Trinity River. And the Trinity River, it's beautiful. It's just a long, huge river that runs and runs and runs and runs and has water, and it's just beautiful. And you can run. You can literally run miles and miles and miles all the way down the Trinity River. And so many people do. I love that they do that. I'm so not a runner, but I know that it's fun for a lot of people. I only run when I'm getting chased, maybe with a weapon, but okay, I digress. Anyway, so there are a few local favorites. You've got Tokyo Cafe, which is a favorite to a lot of people, and they have the most amazing honey roasted glazed Brussels sprouts on the planet, and I love Brussels sprouts. They're also known for their bento boxes and their bowls. So Kincaid Burgers is another favorite. That's just a really fun local spot for hamburgers, milkshakes, and hot dogs, and everyone goes there like when their kids get out of baseball on a Saturday or a Sunday and just enjoys lunch. So it's a lot of fun, very low key. So the average home price in Arlington Heights right now is around $500,000. So not too bad. And that's, average. So it goes up and down. The homes in these neighborhoods that I have talked about, they don't sit for long. These are some of the most sought after neighborhoods. So if you are looking in Fort Worth, reach out. I will help you find what you're looking for and get you into those homes so that you're not having to go up against a lot of other people. And if you do, then we'll do our best to get those homes. So I would love to help. Definitely comment below if you want information on any of these or any other neighborhoods in Fort Worth, or if you just need to know Fort Worth in general. Reach out. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. Until the next video, I hope you guys have a wonderful day.